Hey guys, welcome to Black United. Welcome to another video. And right now it's time to talk tactics, time to talk about Quique Setien and how Barcelona are going to shape up and how do I expect that things are going to unfold for the rest of the season, at least in the tactical sense. Let's begin, because I know that a lot of us are very excited about Barcelona having a new coach. I know that's very, it's going to be very interesting to see Barcelona for sure. It's not the only changes that need to happen, but it's a good start. You guys know my opinion. I think that we need elections in the summer, that we need some players to be moved on, but Kenny Valverde was definitely a factor, not the major factor, but it was a factor in the Barcelona, in my opinion, the demise of Barcelona. And it's good that we are going back to at least trying to go back to the right way of doing things. I hope that the board is going to allow Setien to do whatever he needs to do. That the players who support Setien, I hope that they do. I think players like Busquets and Messi are going to be very in favor of it. Because honestly, as long as you have Messi in your side, and you can have him very easily in your side, you just have to play good football. You need to make him feel comfortable in the pitch, and that's the best way to make Messi happy. So that shouldn't be the problem. I think that tactically, we're going to look back at Quique Setien's Betis and Las Palmas especially, although he did a really good job with Lugo. But we're going to see his job, especially with Betis, that's the one I want to highlight the most. But also remarking that his job with Las Palmas was really good, considering that they're a team that was fighting to not get relegated. And let's start by looking at Las Palmas. They were a team that was suffering quite a bit until Quique Setien came in. He did a really good job at Lugo, and it was surprisingly, and that's the one thing that I expect that he can bring to Barcelona, is that he was very quickly able to install the foundations of his philosophy, of the Cruyffism philosophy, into their teams, which is something that's really hopeful. The best period of Quique Setien's Las Palmas side was definitely with that 4-1-4-1, with the 4 center back, with the 4 defenders, 1 defensive midfielder, 4 midfielders with the wingers dropped a little bit back, and then up top he had his false 9 in Kevin Prince Boateng, knowing that Boateng had a really good season with Las Palmas, had a goal that was qualified for the Puskas. Who remembers that absolutely unbelievable team play with Boateng with an unbelievable finish? It was really good to see. And it's interesting that we have options. That in that way, Setien is going to be similar to Valverde in that sense, that he's going to be flexible tactically. Something that, for example, Xavi, or what I've been able to see so far, which is not much, and I'm not here to not criticize Xavi, but he doesn't seem to be very open to changing from 4-3-3. And sometimes I am not someone that thinks that you can have the philosophy and not necessarily. I don't think the Barcelona philosophy sticks with only one formation. Yes, the 4-3-3 for me is the best formation in terms of the best Barcelona team that we've seen. That doesn't mean that it's the only formation that will have a really successful Barcelona side, and I think that in this sense, there's a lot of systems that Setien could bring in, and I know that he has a lot of systems that he can implement. For 1-4-1 with Las Palmas, a 4-3-3 and 3-5-2 with Betis. And that's what I want to progress, because his Betis side was, for me, so far his best side. They played some unbelievable football in the first season, able to qualify for Europe. They were very good, considering that team they suffered to not get relegated the previous season before that. And interestingly, they were able to, lose very key players in the likes of Fabian Ruiz, and replaced him magnificently with Canales, who was at Real Sociedad and wasn't, a superstar. And Setien was able to turn him into a superstar. Same thing with Lo Celso. I already knew Lo Celso had back potential, and it was very weird to me that PSG decided to, and that Thomas Tuchel decided to part ways with Lo Celso, considering that he needed midfielders, especially not able to count with Rabiot the whole season and only having Verratti as your out-and-out center midfielder. It was weird that he decided to part ways with Lo Celso, but We saw how good he was, and that's the one thing that I'm very hopeful of. If he's able to get that out of Lo Celso, out of Canales, previously with Jonathan Vieira, players like that, I think that what he's going to be able to do with the likes of Frankie de Jong, Arturo Enrique Pucci is going to be very, very, very amazing. I already seen pictures of him having the shoulder around Enrique Pucci in the first day. That is absolutely, it just looks amazing. I hope that things change for the better, that we're going to count with the players that need to count. I'm not here saying that he needs to put in the whole B team and give them opportunities. No, I'm saying that just give opportunities to the ones that deserve it. Give the opportunities to the ones that you know are ready to step up into the first team. And Enrique Pucci is ready to step up in the first team. I hope that we are able to see an improvement for sure. And now let's go ahead and talk more about in depth about his Betis side, because Betis were a team that, you know, I know that a lot of people are going to think that we're probably going to be playing with a 3 at the back, and I'm just pretty sure that's not going to happen. And we had Todibo, I could say maybe, but Todibo is going to be going on along to Schalke. We're still waiting on it to be confirmed. Maybe by the time that this video goes out, it will be confirmed by Schalke that Todibo will be going on along for the rest of the season. And I just don't think we have enough center backs to play 3 at the back. We need 3 center backs are perfectly capable of playing a lot of minutes, and I just don't think we have that. We have right now Longley, Umtiti, Piqué, but Araujo to be that backup fourth center back, and that is just, I wouldn't feel good enough playing with those amount of center backs to play with. Like, it just doesn't make me comfortable. Yes, Rakitic can deputize a center back maybe a bit. Busquets can do a little bit of center back, but it's not really the position that suits him the best. So I don't think that we're going to play with a 3-5-2. I think that we can exclude that. I think that we're going to be between, I think we're going to do a 4-1-4-1 in defense and a 3-5 and a 4-2-3 in attack. I think that's going to be probably what we're going to be doing. And the question is, the real big question that I think we're all hoping is, with Suarez out, where will Lionel Messi play? Because honestly, with Ousmane Dembele coming in a couple of weeks, and with Ansu Fati and Carles Perez being the options for the time being, are we gonna see are we gonna see Messi playing down the right, or are we gonna see Messi playing as a false 9? Because the honest to you, I think everyone thinks that once Dembele comes back, the forward line is gonna be Dembele down the right, Messi Dembele down the left, Messi down the right, and Griezmann up top. And I don't know if that's completely necessary, because I think that actually, I understand that Messi feels really comfortable with Suarez in the pitch, and that's why he plays on the right. But the best method that we've seen has been as a false 9, and I think that, thinking ahead, if we want to take care of Messi and we want to prolong Messi as much as we can, we need to give him a role that defensively it doesn't damage us as much, and that it allows him to have freedom to not have to do any defensive work. Because the thing is that having Messi down the right is, with his age, is just not beneficial for us. It's a weak point in our team. It's just that how much output that Messi gives us, it's worth it at some point. But I think that's something that taking Suarez of the team could fix it, because Messi as a false 9 doesn't have to do a massive amount of defensive work. It doesn't damage us as much if he's down the middle not doing defensive work, because we can count on Griezmann on the other winger, on the 2 center midfielders. Like, there's a lot more cover. But when you have someone alone on the right like Messi that's not defending, then you're leaving your right back exposed. And I think that's why Sergio Roberto and Semedo have not been able to perform as well, because in attack they lose a partner in terms, because Messi a lot of times drifts into the center, and that right back player loses a focal point to help himself on. That's why I think that Messi down the middle would be beneficial for us. That Griezmann and Dembele could form very good partnerships with Alba and Semedo respectively. I think that one of the partnerships that's been most wastefully used by Barcelona so far has been that Semedo-Dembele partnership, who I think every time that they've played together, they've been actually pretty good. It's just that it's not easy for them to coincide in the same side. Literally, I don't think I've seen them play 2 times consecutively in the same games. So we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen. Honestly, that 43 is gonna probably be of Ter Stegen in it, Piqué and Lenglet at center backs. Probably gonna have Roberto and Alba in the fullback positions, and I think just because Semedo, Semedo, I don't know if he's gonna stay or go for next season. And I think Roberto, in terms of playing the ball at the back, he's a bit better than Semedo. Semedo, I think, is better overall. He's a better defender for sure. And going forward, he's not bad, but I think Sergio Roberto's final delivery is, a little bit better. In midfield, I think the player who's going to be benefited the most is Sergio Busquets, without a shadow of a doubt. We see what happened to Carvalho at Betis, what happened with the likes of Roque Mesa at Las Palmas. And the thing is that Setien was able to get the best out of those players and transform them into the focal points of the side. And I think Busquets is going to be benefited by having a midfield that properly works. We can have a team that is able to press high up the pitch, that is going to be able to dominate games, that's going to be able to move the ball out of the back, and we need that. To do that very effectively, honestly, we need the best version of Busquets back. And I'm not saying that we need the Busquets from 21, 22, 23 years old. I'm saying that we need a good version of Busquets that's able to support himself on Frenkie de Jong, on Arturo, and on Riqui Puig. That is something that I think that's also going to happen. Arturo and de Jong are going to step up. They're probably going to be undisputed starters for the next couple of years, and that will be great. Riqui Puig to be blending to the side slowly but surely. I think that's going to happen with Quique Setien. And up top, if Quique Setien knows his stuff, and I'm pretty sure he does, I think he will, with Suarez out, at least with Suarez out for 4 months, he should be opting to put Messi at that false 9. I think he realizes that pressing with Messi on the right is a lot harder than pressing with Messi down the middle. Griezmann has been doing a lot of defensive work. Dembele tries what he can, like he helps a bit, and he does what he can, considering that it's not his speciality. He's never had to do that before. And I think that with Ansu Fati and Carlos Perez the backup, we could be fine. I don't think we should be signing any more forwards on loan or anything. If you need more help, recall on Abel Ruiz. Like, there is players to call from La Masia in case of an emergency. Remember, you have already forwards that I know we're good enough for Primera, which are Ansu Fati, Abel, and Carlos Perez. And to a point, Abel Ruiz is also a player that's able to play in Primera División. So in case that you need an emergency players, you have those players in La Masia. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see if we can, pick up some points, be successful. And to be honest, if everything starts going well, maybe the treble is still doable. The problem is that, and I will discuss this in another video, is it really beneficial for us to win a treble right now? Because if we win a treble right now, that means that the board will most likely not be retaining their positions in the coming elections in 2021. So we'll see what's going to happen. I hope the best goes for Barcelona, and when it's done, leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. What do you think about Setien tactics? What do you think that Barcelona is going to do? What do you think is going to be the new Messi role? Give me all your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next one, Blaugranas.